What's up guys, Henry here, and I'm back. I've been gone on my honeymoon, during my wedding. I just didn't have some time to put up some videos, but we're catching right back up. This video is gonna be a recap of how we got the car ready for the wedding in 11 days, from motor completely out of the car, put together, to put together in the car and running in 11 days, and detailed and all that. So we're gonna jump in right here, and at this point, the motor is just coming together. And then you'll see what it took from there. See you in a second. What's up, y'all? That day has finally come. The motor for the IS is going in. Let's see. Jared again, forward performance, right there. You can see it right there on that goodness right there. My boy. Got the motor together. I did most of the cleaning. We worked on this together. I feel good about that. Yeah, it's come along, and it's time to get this thing in. You've seen the progress. The videos are out there. So we've made the adjustments. No more oil filter relocation kit. OEM covers are going back on. We're powder coating them right now. I'll show you some of that process here in a second. I also sandblasted it. Show you that here. But yeah, so sandblasted covers, throw them on, powder coat them right now. We have them welded for the catch can bungs and all that fun stuff. But the motor's right here. It's looking good. You've all seen me put a motor in once or twice or maybe thrice. So I'm not even going to worry about showing you the time lapse, but this is it now, and we're gonna get this old girl, last little bits here in the car, this bad girl right there, and then she's gonna go to Dylan for paint stuff, and God willing, she's gonna make it to the wedding. That is 11 days from now. It's next Saturday. Right now it's Wednesday of the previous week, so wish me luck. Let's get her in. Let's jump over to the prep of the valve covers and then into the powder coat, and then let's get this motor in here. See, OEM covers. I'll just show the baffles in a second, but yeah, check these out. These are the new covers. In between these two small I got the valve covers on, I got them cleaned, I got them prepped, I got them gasketed with all the baffles in there. So we are feeling good. I feel good about this motor. I love it. What's up guys, it's the next day. So I have just thrown on the steering pump, the AC compressor, the oil filter housing, kind of just now running the little adapter so I can put the oil pressure sensor, because I got rid of the oil filter relocation kit. So I'm going to put the oil pressure sensor, I think, straight off here. And then I'm going to run this guy right off here so I can run my turbo feed, which is that guy down there, around to the top of this thing. So, and that we're pretty much ready. I snugged up all the bolts on the valve covers. Obviously, I can't wait to clean this thing, but should be about ready to go in. So I ran the rest of the harness. So, yeah. All right, we made it to the end of the night. What time? I don't even, my watch is like mega dead. It's 11. It's not the worst. But, yeah, it feels like late. But the motor's in, and we're done. Jared's gonna button her tomorrow, and this is his nice table full of shit left. But there you go. She's in. All the things are good. I pointed that upwards and all the fun, good stuff. But it's got a motor again. I can't wait to clean it up, and I'm stoked. That was a bitch. Honestly, that was probably one of the worst times putting it in.
Yeah, I don't know why that was.
But it's okay. We're here now, and I feel confident in this thing. It's gonna be great. She's gonna rip. So yeah. Tomorrow, let's pick back up. Jared was just talking about how like with the BMW boys and the guys that like throw like a top mount turbo kit in my F80 and this and that, right? Like you're never dealing with the crap we just dealt with this stupid car. And the best part is, it's like, this is how chiseled, like, nothing changed.
Yep.
Nothing changed. We just fought the car for probably, I mean, since 4 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Jared's been at it all day. I was frustrated. I was done with it about 5 minutes into starting to work on it. And now we're just tightening up this last little bolt here. But just not starting, you know, going through lots of BS. It sounded really good. I can show a couple of the clips here. But yeah, it sounded really good. It had fuel pressure. It had oil pressure. It was getting stat sync. Everything was there. But it was dropping to like 7, 8.5 volts because I had Jared's battery in it. What'd you say?
And 2 jump boxes.
2 jump boxes on it, but OEM, like, not lithium, AGM. No, just a regular acid cell battery. It just... You know, I called Lawrence. Lawrence was like, you know, you need more voltage. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to steal the battery back out of Jared's car because that's the only thing that's changed at this point between the last setup and this setup. And obviously the valve covers and all that. So I threw the battery on and started right up. But these are the things, it's just this car needs to be happy, I guess. And it's like, it was like, oh, you just put a subpar battery in me? I'm not happy. Anyway, it runs. Oh, baby. So I'm gonna go bring it to Dylan's. We're just buttoning up a banjo that I totally didn't tighten. So we're getting that done, and then we'll be driving it to Dylan's. So we'll update in a minute. But she looks good, dirty, but good. Button up and go. Woo! Driving to Dylan's, or so I thought. Later on that night we got the car running again, and it was leaking a ton on the exhaust side. The exhaust side cam seal is a different size than the 2JZ one. The 1JZ VVTi is a specific one that cross-references with 0 parts in the US. So I had to find that special Night Run Garage. Overnighted one to me, so thanks to those guys. And then a local gentleman hooked it up. Happened to have one within 15 minutes away. So I actually sent an Uber there, picked it up, and sent it to Jared. So the seal makes it to Jared. He throws that in. The car works perfectly. He says, come pick the car up. Just to put timeline in perspective, this is the night of May 28th. 29th is the next morning. I just had to do some wedding prep that day. 30th is the rehearsal dinner, and the 31st is the wedding. Really have no time to work on cars during that. So I got the car home that night and let it sit. The car was filthy. Next morning rolls around. The boys at the Hop Detailing Services came by and absolutely knocked the whole car out. Did a great job detailing the whole thing and got it ready for photos. Here's a couple of photos and videos of them while they were doing it. They got to knock that out while I was doing some wedding prep inside with Amanda. So car got done simultaneously with me doing the wedding stuff. It worked out perfectly. I didn't have to worry about the motor stuff because it was all done. So at this point, the day of the wedding rolls around and I have to do a couple minor little quick things like throw some aero catch latches in because we broke a set when we were building it. And just finishing touches to be able to drive it that day. Nothing too crazy. It was literally just driving to the church and driving to the reception. Got that done, literally in my suit while the photographers are taking pictures of all the boys, and I'm still like putting aero catch latches on this thing. Anyway, worked out and drove the car to the wedding, and it was absolutely amazing. So here, check out a couple of photos and videos of it at the wedding, and just see how cool it was. And yeah, man, my dream come true. This car has been here my whole life through thick and thin, and now I got to be at the wedding, driving under its own power. We weren't getting into anything crazy, but it was awesome, and man, I'm stoked about this thing. Expect a ton of new media this summer. It's gonna be an epic one. We're starting a bunch of new series, but for now, next week, you can expect to see Jared at Forward Performance's Supra at Bragging Rights, making 7-second passes in its horizontal stick shift pattern thing. It's sick. He does a full transmission swap and rebuild at the track on a folding table. Absolutely sick. So you can see that next week. Then the week after that, you're gonna finally get the RWB video with Daniel's LS3997 RWB. It's gonna be sick. That's videos coming out great. Just had to spend some extra time on it. And then after that, we're into regular content with this car. We're going to the track, we're driving it, we're doing mountain runs, as well as this car. The RE bumper finally made its way on. It looks great. But next, the motor's coming out of that thing to get rebuilt. That's going to be a longer series, but it'll be fun to follow and fun to do. So I'll keep everyone up with that. But this thing is going to be the driver now, and she looks and drives great. The best she's ever done. Finally got the fans going. That's what I just did the past couple of days. And it's just great. I'm back after the honeymoon at this point and just filming this stuff. So I've just been driving the car, doing another oil change, and just getting it going again. So here's a couple of videos and clips of what I've been doing with it the past couple of days. And yeah, obviously you can see this thing is making me happy. It did the thing. It's going to be running, I think, for a long time. This is going to be a great setup. All the parameters look good, and it's keeping oil in it. It's not dumping it all over the place. It is not smoking like hell. We're good. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and a lot more to come. Stay tuned. Thank you. Peace.